This is a review of the Blue Air 555 air purifier. I purchased this at Costco. I recommend you get it from Costco when it's on sale because it's a lot cheaper and it comes with an extra set of filters. The filters run for about $60 for the 3 filters that are in the unit. They last 6 months. If you go on Blue Air's website and register your unit, I think you can get a discount on the filters. And the regular price at Costco is $600, but you can get this when it's on sale for $400, which is, a great deal. I'm just going to go over briefly how it works, the noise level, and give you my opinion of it. The first thing I'll take a look at is the screen here, and I don't know if you can see it. Might need to wait until I hit a button and light it up. Let me go ahead and do that. It does have a nice blue light which goes away a few seconds after you press the button. The light will go away, so it's not going to stay lit and annoy you if you have it in your bedroom or something like that. And it's got a dust sensor and an odor sensor, and on the right there, to the right of the dust, it looks like a hyphen. That's actually a bar graph. It'll go up as it senses dust, and the same thing for the smell graph at the bottom. That'll go up as it senses odor. And that little square box, which is kind of hard to see, that's actually a happy face, because right now this filter is so happy because there's not a lot of dust and odor in the room. And speaking of dust and odor, hi. So there are inputs here, intakes for air for the sensors. That's what those two guys are. And down here, you gonna let me film this video, please? Go over there. Down there is a grate, and that is where the air is brought in. And you can see it's caught some of my cat's fur, or one of our cats. So it's pulling in air from there. It is pushing it out from here. From here, that's the top. And from here, that's the back. And there's also another intake on the back. And I believe it's also pulling in air from the bottom. So it does most of its intake from the bottom and the output from the top. And the actual structure of the unit here, it's a lot like a PC tower. It's got plastic sides and a metal bracing inside. It's not that heavy. Looks heavy. It's tall. It's big, but most of it is just space to allow the air to flow. Obviously, the filters aren't that heavy. It comes with this remote, which is great. And the other cool thing about it is it's magnetic, so you can just leave it up there on the unit, put it by your bedside, whatever you want to do. When you first open the box, it has this nice little case with the manual in it. They give you an extra battery, which is great. That's the little slot for the remote there. This is the manual, and basically the way I use the unit is I leave it on auto, and it uses these sensors, and it can determine how much dust or odor is in the air, and the fan speed will be adjusted according to how it's sensing the air quality. So right now it's on the lowest fan speed, and I've got this decibel meter app on my phone, and this speed 1, you can't really hear it. It's pretty much as loud as the ambient noise in the room. I will stop talking and you can see the decibel reading. So we're averaging 47 decibels there. Is that right? 47? Okay, let's leave that alone. And we're going to kick the speed up to the next setting. This would be speed 2. A little bit louder, but not that much louder. 50 decibels. Speed 3 is really freaking loud. And here we go with speed 3. So that's about 60 decibels. So it's almost as loud as your typical fan over your stove. You're going to need to turn the TV up. But wonderful thing about it is it doesn't run at that speed very often. It's usually going to be down on speed 1. Maybe it's a little dusty in the room. Might get up to speed 2. If you're cooking fish or eggs, or she's eating some disgusting ocean catch food that I have for her, it's going to go up to speed 3 and try to get rid of that smell, which it does a really good job of doing. And it might be up to that speed for 10 or 15 minutes to get rid of the odors. It's really sensitive. If you're going to make an egg, it's going to come on. Obviously, mine's pretty close to the kitchen, so it's picking up the odors. If you are like all of the rest of us and you have gas, and sometimes your gas may have a bit of an odor to it, it is quite humorous to be in the room with, the filter to pass gas, and then 2 minutes later to have the speed kick up really loud. We all do it. It happens. I'm just saying this thing is really sensitive to odor. So the sensors work. The dust sensor works really well. Also, when you first put it on auto, and the way it works is auto, speed 1, speed 2, speed 3. So right now we are on auto. And tell because it says auto right there. That 151, that's the number of days left in the filters. They last 6 months. So I leave this thing on auto. When you first turn it on and put it on auto, it's going to kick up to fan speed 3. It does that for 5 minutes. It wants to pull a lot of air in. It wants to see the air quality of that air. It will take its measurements, its readings, and adjust the speed accordingly. Probably back down to 1 if your room is clean. So let me take this guy apart. You just lift the top off here. It's really easy to take apart. Like I said, the intakes have a grate that allows it to catch some of the air as it comes in down here. That air is going to travel inside, and it's going to be, actually let me turn it off first. I don't want to blow anything in my face. Lift up this filter, and there's a fan down there, and it spins really well. It's very efficient. It'll probably spin for a few minutes since we just turned it off. You can see there's another grate, and that is catching some of the fur, some of the dust, that makes it through here before it actually gets to the filter, which is really cool. So the first thing the air is going to do is going to go up through this filter. There are 3 filters in here. They gradually filter smaller and smaller particles, and they can actually filter viruses, which are some of the smaller particles that are out there that you don't want floating around your room, which is great because a lot of filters can't catch viruses and things like that. So once the air goes through these 3 filters, it comes out through the charcoal. The charcoal is going to eliminate the odors. And you can see there's another filter here. There's a little handle, you can pull it out, and another one there. It tells you which way to put them. Yep, I put it on the right way. And goes back together really easily. Got the grate. Just gonna snap it back on here. Boom. Done. Back together. Filtering. Well, now it is. And doing its job. One thing I don't like about it back here is the plug. The plug is removable, and when you first get the unit, you've got to plug it in. The plug plugs in on the bottom, which is weird. I wish it was plug socket was right here. That would be great. That would be easy to get to. But that's just one small thing. You can unplug it, wheel it into your bedroom, wheel it into your living room, wherever you want it to go. Wheel it to wherever she is. Hi, Kismet. And I think it does a great job eliminating dust, odor. The room's cleaner, it smells better, you can breathe easier. There's a lot less dust when you dust. There's less fur, and a lot less odor. It can be loud, like I said, but that's only when the fan is kicked up to its max speed, when there's something nasty in the room that it needs to get rid of. Most of the time it's going to be down on that speed 1 or speed 2, and yeah, I like it. It's a great unit. I recommend it, although it is quite expensive. I don't think it's worth it. It's $600, but definitely when it's on sale, it's a good buy. Thanks for watching.